What's up, kitchen table wizards? What's up, deck brewers from all over the world? In 2004 I did a draft and I drafted 4 color shrines in Kamigawa, and now 16 years later Wizards has finally decided to give us some more shrines. So what are we gonna do? We are going to build a 5 color shrine deck, and I'm not going to do this alone. I'm here with my intern Tanya. She's going to help me with the edit. For example, we're going to stand in front of a shrine. Hey, nice. So if you saw my cycling video, maybe you know I'm from Belgium, and in Belgium we have quite a bit of culture. And to flavor up this deck, I asked my intern to include some shrines from Belgium in this deck. So Tanya, what do you have for us today?
The most famous statue in Belgium is Mannequin Peace.
Exactly, the little peeing man, very funny statue, a lot of tourists always there. What else did you find?
So, I have Mannequin Peace dressed as Elvis Presley.
Yes, yeah. Okay, something else?
Yes. Mannequin Peace dressed as a footballer.
Okay, something else?
Yes. Mannequin Peace with Venezuelan dresses.
Okay, something else besides the little peeing man?
No.
Okay. Good, then let's continue. So, if you don't like the little peeing man, maybe you do like a digital shrine, and I'm talking about our partner Cardmarket, the best play to sell and buy magic cards in Europe and also in Canada. Now, nice thing about those people of Cardmarket, I'm giving away a voucher at the end of the video. The only thing you need to do, subscribe to the channel and leave a comment below. That's it. Today's deck is only about 25 euros or $30. So not super expensive, it's 5 color, but even I managed to keep the land base quite cheap. Talking about land bases, yes, you know where we're heading. First, we head into the basic lands to see which flavor I put in those cards. For the basic lands, I've put in a forest, an island, a mountain and a plains. And I tried to include a little bit of a shrine theme. All those basic lands you can find in the Jumpstart product. A cheap 5 color mana base is best to build with gates. I included 15 gates in this deck. And if you include gates, you need to include a Plaza of Harmony. Especially in a control deck, this life gain is super useful. And of course also a Hall of Heliod's Generosity to get all my shrines back. The shrines. I play 11 legendary enchantments. I play the 5 original shrines that do something at your upkeep according to how many shrines you have. One gives you life, another one does damage, another one has your opponent discard cards, one makes spirit tokens, and one makes you draw cards. Now let's talk about the new shrines.
Another one.
Because they're a little bit different. They're called Sanctums, and the first one I'm going to discuss is the Sanctum of Tranquil Light. This only costs 1 mana, which is really good, and for 6 you can tap target creature. And it costs 1 less for each shrine you control.
Another one.
The second one is the Sanctum of Shattered Heights. Nice drawing, and you can discard land or shrine cards to deal damage to a creature or a planeswalker, where X is the number of shrines you control. Another shrine,
another one.
Another sanctum is this one of the Fruitful Harvest. For 3 mana you get also a legendary enchantment, and this one gives you mana at the beginning of your pre-combat main phase. The Sanctum of Calm Waters also has you draw cards at your pre-combat main phase. Of course you have to discard one at the end. And the Sanctum of Stone Fangs is one of the most important shrines because this one will kill your opponent.
Another one.
And then of course there's also this new shrine, the Sanctum of All. It's a 5-color legendary enchantment shrine. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may search your library and graveyard for a shrine card and just put it into the battlefield. If an ability of another shrine you control triggers while you control 6 or more shrines, it triggers an additional time. So this of course is the ultimate shrine, but we're not only playing shrines as enchantments. To get more out of my deck, I play a Paradox Haze and a Guiled Summit. The Paradox Haze gives us an additional upkeep, and that means all my Kamigawa shrines will work double. The Guiled Summit is really good because I play a lot of gates and this will draw me a lot of extra cards. I also play 2 cool enchantments from Ikoria. One is called Song of Creation and the other one is called Whirlwind of Thought. The Song of Creation has us play an additional land each turn and we can draw 2 cards when we cast a spell. Now we do have to discard our hand at the beginning of the end step, but we're not really playing a reactive game, so that's okay. The Whirlwind of Thought is also a card draw engine that has us draw a card whenever I play a non-creature spell. I also play some removal in a Banishing Light and a Law Mage's Binding. And then I also play 3 creatures, and the first one for you commander players is the ideal commander if you want to build a shrine deck for a commander. But in casual I just put it into the deck. Sisei's Weatherlight Captain costs 2 mana, and for 5 mana I can just search my library for a legendary permanent and put it into the battlefield. Then I play a Fey Burrow Elder, a great mana fixing card, and a Nexus Warden to give me some life. Now I also have a keeper of all those shrines and sanctums. It's one planeswalker in the deck. His name is Calyx Destiny's Hand. He costs 4 mana and this gives us 4 loyalty. And for the +1 we can look at the top 4 cards of our library and reveal an enchantment from them and put it in our hand. And the -3 is a little bit of a Banishing Light effect. For a -7 we can return all enchantment cards from the graveyard to the battlefield. And this is particularly handy with Song of Creation and one of the other sorceries I'm going to talk about later. Now we are mainly going to play enchantments, but also we're going to play some instants and some sorceries. I play a Deafening Clarion and 2 Gates Ablaze for those aggro decks. To search for some enchantments I included an Idyllic Tutor and some Commune with the Gods. And then for the mana fixing, Open the Gates and Circuitous Route are great cards to help me search for my gates. I also play 1 Dance of Demands, a great card to get my enchantments back from my graveyard. Do we have a Curse of the Shrines? No we don't, but we do have this one, and it's almost the same. Curse of the Swine is a sorcery that exiles creatures and it will change those creatures into, you guessed it, boars. So flavor wise, it's almost Curse of the Shrine and it makes boars. So it's a win-win, right? I only play 1 instant in the deck. It's called Growth Spiral to help me a little bit with the card draw and the mana fixing. And that's it. This was the deck. Now we are heading into the power rankings. So when a lot of shrines are on the battlefield, this can be a powerful deck. So that's why I gave it a power of 9. In terms of complexity and consistency, I would give it a 7. And it's mostly a defensive deck. I think it's fun to play because for me it's very nostalgic and it's not that expensive, so value for money is okay. Although I don't think the shrines are going to go up in value a lot. Now next up, the metagame review. This deck will do well against creature decks, a little bit better against the mid-range decks than against an aggressive deck, because then you'll have a little bit more time. Against control decks and combo decks, it's a little bit less effective because you don't really have a lot of ways to interact with those decks. So this was today's deck. Find yourself a nice shrine to reflect, to think about next time's deck. Yeah, I like this. I like it. No, thank you, Tanya. Good one. No, not like this one. No, just Back to normal. Thank you. Okay, so that's it. This was the video. Just leave a comment below if you liked it, or also check out here some of our matches we are playing. A lot of new matches are coming up as well. And to finish the video, as always, keep it casual. Bye.